What's going on, guys? Andrew Hayes here, back with another review, and today I'm reviewing First Man, which is the third movie directed by Damien Chazelle, and stars Ryan Gosling and Claire Foy, and is about Neil Armstrong, played by Ryan Gosling, and the legendary mission that led to Neil Armstrong becoming the first man to walk on the moon. Now, I was very, very excited for this movie. It was actually my third most anticipated of the fall season, and the reason for that being is that I'm a huge Damien Chazelle fan. I mean, Whiplash and La La Land were both my number ones of their respective years. I think they're both fantastic movies and some of the best of the decade. And I just was excited to see what Damien Chazelle could bring next, and especially with First Man, which is a different movie than Whiplash and La La Land. Both of them are, movies involving music and jazz and all that. But this one was something completely different. It was a drama, a biopic about Neil Armstrong. So I was very interested to see what Damien Chazelle could do. And, I'm also a big fan of Ryan Gosling. He's one of my personal favorite actors. And I was, with those and the trailers, it quickly became one of my most anticipated of the fall season. And with that being said, this is definitely Damien Chazelle's weakest film, but that's not saying a whole lot considering how much I loved his first two films. And this is still a really solid movie. It might be his weakest film, but I still absolutely like this movie a lot. And as terms of the positives, I gotta say the acting all around is terrific. I really enjoyed the acting all around, but in particular, Ryan Gosling and Claire Foy. Ryan Gosling, I think, really captured who Neil Armstrong was, and I talked to some people who were alive when this all happened, and they said that's how Neil Armstrong was, the way he was portrayed in the movie, and I described it to them how he acted in the movie, and they said that's how Neil Armstrong was, and I think that Ryan Gosling did a terrific job of just capturing it, and I really couldn't see anybody else playing Neil Armstrong. Claire Foy also terrific job. She conveys a lot of emotion, and you could see what she's thinking at all times just by the look on her face. And again, those same people that I talked to, the worries that she had about this mission and about what Neil was doing, again, those people said those were concerns. And that's, I think, again, they capture that really, really well. In terms of, technically, visual, sound, and all that, I think it's perfect. I really enjoyed the visuals and the sound, and just anything technical, I think is an A+. And it was done fantastically. And I will say, Damien Chazelle is known for his third acts. Whiplash, the third act in that is phenomenal. Probably one of the best endings in a movie. The third act in La La Land, another, it's like the standout moment of the movie is the third act. The third act in this movie is absolutely incredible. And it legitimately took my breath away. Also, the direction of the movie was done very, very well. And in terms of my negatives, the pacing isn't the best. The first act and sometimes the second act can feel like it could take a little bit of time to, get through, a little bit too much time. And, obviously that's a problem. And I just felt like it could have been done a lot better. They could have made the first two acts more interesting, and I get you have to set up this movie, but it could have just made me more invested. And while I was invested, I feel like I wasn't invested enough, which also brings me to my another negative is that while I did care about the characters, I felt like I wasn't fully invested into the characters. Not invested as much as I should have been, especially with what was happening. And I think a lot of the reason why that is happening is the script. And the script is solid, and it's not a bad script by any means. It's a pretty good script, but I felt like the script could have been written better. and just I felt like that. If Damien Chazelle had written the script, he would have just it would have been better. That I would have been more invested into the events, into the characters, and pretty much everything that was going on. And again, it's not a bad script by any means, but I feel like there's a lot more potential with this movie and the script. And I felt like if Chazelle had written it, it would have just been a better script. Now, those are the real only negatives I have. I mean, this is a pretty solid movie. I really enjoy it. I Like I said, it is the weakest out of Chazelle's films. That's not saying much because I love Whiplash, I love La La Land. They were both my number ones of 2014 and 2016. But this while I do like really enjoy this movie, and I'm not disappointed in the slightest with this movie, I felt like it could have been better, and I felt like there was if the script was written by Chazelle, it could have been better, and I could have been more invested into the characters, and that the pacing would not have been as the pacing wasn't bad. It just the pacing could have been better. Now, as for my grade, I give this a B plus. I do think that this is a very solid film, one that I'm going to revisit again, and again another solid movie by Damien Chazelle. He is quickly becoming one of my favorite directors working today, and just of all time. I think he's 3 for 3, and I really can't wait to see what he does next. And in terms of Oscar nominations, I think that technically it's going to get nominations across the board, and the technical stuff for picture and directing, I don't know. Again, I'm not an expert on the Oscars, so I don't know. But I don't really think that Gosling is going to get the best actor nomination. If anything, Claire Foy is going to get the nomination, and I'm pretty sure she will. I'm pretty confident that she will. But there's a chance that Gosling gets nominated, but I don't think so. But anyway, thank you guys for watching. Please be on the lookout for my next review. Should be coming soon, and please comment, like, subscribe, do all the kind of fun stuff. Until next time, guys, have a nice day.